Hello everybody, welcome back to my extra channel, and today I'll be telling you a bit about how I made my real life Among Us video. I'll also be telling you a bit about how I made my other Among Us video, When the Imposter Calls You Sus, because that wasn't as straightforward as a lot of my other sketches are. If however you don't care about that video, then just skip to the timestamp on screen and go straight to the real life Among Us video. Anyway, considering that you are still here now, you obviously care a bit about When the Imposter Calls You Sus. So, a lot of it was very similar to making my other sketches on my YouTube channel. I film all the lines and I edit them together. Simple. But as well as that, and obviously downloading the sound effects, I did quite a few different things. For example, this bit here might look like it's just my brother being killed, but I couldn't just go online and just wait for me to be imposter. That would take way too long. So I just downloaded the footage online and I had to colour change it. And that actually took a surprisingly long time to get it to look at least decent or presentable as a YouTube video. And then for bits like this, was simply me screen recording on free play mode. And this bit here, about me getting taken out of the ship, that was actually screen recorded, that wasn't downloaded or animated. That was entirely real. I went into a game with my screen recorder ready, acted as suspicious as possible, and got myself kicked out deliberately. And of course I wasn't the imposter. So, yeah, that was kind of fun to do. But then bits like this here, you might have thought that I set it up as a game with my friends or something. But the funniest part is I actually didn't. I got a chat box template online and just edited it using MS Paint. And you can probably tell if you look closely enough at the font, because it looks slightly different. And at parts it's done a bit wrong. And then for this voting screen bit, you might think it was screen recorded, but it wasn't. It was entirely animated using Paint. And as I said, if you watch it, you can usually tell. Anyway, so either you watched the video or you skipped here. So now I'm going to talk about my real life Among Us video. This is going to be hard to talk about. Anyway, so of course the first thing I did was I wrote the script. That is the most obvious thing. I came up with the idea, wrote the script, simple. But it's not as simple as that. The most simple way to put it is that I blue screened everything, but it's not actually that simple. The first thing I did was I went online, went on lots of different 3D maps of the Among Us skilled, and just screenshot a bunch of them from different angles, and it was a bit time consuming. I'd say probably about 2 hours of me just looking for decent online 3D models. And of course, the bit at the beginning, that was a 3D model actually, which I screenshot from a certain angle, but the fire was green screened behind it and the space was behind all of that as a really slowly moving image. And that kind of made it look like it was actually flying through space, which I actually think that is one of the most successful shots in the video. But then you have the actual filming of it. Now I don't actually remember how long the filming itself took, I'd say probably about an hour and a half. But I remember I set up my blue screen, I changed character, and I just continued filming, and you can see all of the different shots here on my extra channel as well. 81 of them, by the way, in total, after my editing and everything. And I filmed it, and it took a while. But it wasn't as simple as I film it, I put it in my editor Filmora and green screen it, because the way my blue screen is really creased, it made it really hard to do anything like that. So I had to have lots of different videos being saved separately, step by step, which again you can see on my extra channel. That's why I uploaded 81 videos the other day, all of them, until eventually it went from the start to the end, at the point where I was actually happy with it. And that actually took a really long time. But before I even tried to do any of that, the thing I actually did was I trimmed it down to a decent length where it was only the important audio, and I exported the audio separately, put that in an audio editor called Audacity, which I use to make all of my music with my brother, and I added reverb to it so it sounded like I was actually in a very large empty space when I wasn't. I was in my bedroom. Like, seriously, here's the original audio. We are on a very important mission here in this guild, and we must do all of our missions accurately. And here's the audio when I added some reverb and everything to it. We are on a very important mission here in this guild, and we must do all of our missions accurately. Obviously, with the reverb, sounds a bit better, I'd say, and probably fits the video better as well. Anyway, so once I had all of the shots, I think it was either 10 or 12 of them, all completed, which took me probably about a month to get done, because obviously school, I didn't have much time. I finally had a bunch of presentable shots. Except for maybe a couple of them, which weren't presentable, but I kept them in anyway, because why not? I couldn't be bothered. Anyway, so I had all of the shots, and that was good. And then what I did was, I didn't go straight to editing each individual, the actual entire video, no. I actually isolated it by each scene, and you can also see them on my extra channel as well, part of the 81 videos. And I edited each shot of each scene. I had each scene in a video, and I had them all, every different shot, one after the other, with a small couple seconds of just black nothingness for me to distinguish that it's different. And then that process probably took a few days. Not very long, but yeah, it wasn't... still took a few days. And then the final, most relieving part was just getting it and putting it into an actual video. Now, I didn't just put the scenes together, that wouldn't have worked for numerous reasons. But I cut it up, decided which shots I wanted, did all of that sort of stuff. And I eventually, as well as adding colour changes and a couple filters every now and then, I eventually got the video that we all know and hopefully all liked today. And this is what it looks like on my editor, by the way. But then if you isolate each scene, it looks like something like this. So, I do a lot of work. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed learning about the video, and I hope that if you've seen the video, you enjoyed the video. If you haven't seen it, I don't know why you're watching how I made it yet. You're just spoiling it for yourself. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to spoil it. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed. I'm losing my voice from talking so much. Now, goodbye!